Growth analysis is a service that we offer to our clients. Basically, it does what it says on the tin. We're there to try and help our clients to grow, but to grow profitably, not just to grow the top line from a vanity perspective. So growth analysis will include all sorts of different areas, from reviewing different sales strategies. It might be increasing the volume, it might be increasing the price. The types of clients that this helps, really we're looking at the more ambitious owner-managed businesses, the people who are really keen to drive their businesses forward, potentially because they've got a particular exit strategy in mind and they want to get to a certain size in order to achieve a good result of that exit strategy. Potentially just because they are really keen to achieve a certain level of income. So maybe various reasons why people are keen to take advantage of growth analysis. Looking through our history and the sorts of clients where we've worked with them to do this kind of work and the kind of impact that it's had. For example, we have a couple of coffee shops on our books. One in particular has been looking at expanding into additional units. They've recently expanded into a unit on a station platform, and it's been looking at things from what kind of kit do they need. They're best to advise us on that, but how can they get that kit? What kind of payment plans can they get on it? And real basics like, what is it that made the original coffee shop successful? What kind of processes do they need to document so that they can lift and shift that and put it into another unit and achieve similar kinds of successes? How do they track the numbers separately so they can really see what the different units are contributing, to make sure that expansion into a second unit has genuinely been successful? And what do they want to achieve from it? So what's the return on investment that they're looking for? So we can set specific targets around that and measure the results. I've been in very regular contact with that particular client at the moment. They were actually looking at the first station situation had been quite successful for them, and they were actually looking at expanding that and having a second one in a more heavy commuter area. Unfortunately, that's had to be put on hold at the moment because obviously the commuter footfall has dropped very significantly. And they will be closing their hatch for the short term in order to focus their staff in the right places. And we've actually been looking at what they can do to kind of shift the business model to try and keep some income from coming in over the short to medium term. And the thing that's really picked up for them is selling retail coffee, as in packets of coffee beans. So their takings yesterday, for example, were roughly 70% of what they would hope to have on a normal day, which in the current circumstances is actually pretty good. And 50% of their takings were on retail coffee, because people are getting really anxious about what they can get from where. So they're also looking at what they would need to resource in order to be able to do home deliveries of coffee beans, should they get to the point where the coffee shop has to actually shut altogether, which may well be the case in the next few days. So it's been a really interesting conversation around that. We're obviously also looking at what kind of financing they need in place to kind of support ongoing operations.